In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. The words of wisdom given by Imam Ali, peace be upon him, hold deep meaning for every era, every person, and every situation of life. His advice, do not step onto a path where there is fear of going astray, is not just a simple sentence. It is a complete philosophy of life, a guide for decision-making, and a roadmap for safeguarding our future. These words, narrated in his will to Imam Hassan, are timeless. They apply not only to religious matters but also to worldly affairs, personal life, and social dealings. Let us reflect on what Imam Ali meant. Life is full of paths. Every day we face decisions. Some paths appear attractive but may lead to destruction. Some look difficult but ultimately bring success. The advice given by Imam Ali is a warning. If there is doubt, if there is suspicion that this road may lead us to error, to sin, or to loss, then wisdom demands that we refrain from taking the first step. Once the first step is taken, it becomes more difficult to return. One wrong decision can drag us into consequences we never imagined. This statement reflects one of the greatest principles of caution. Islam does not want human beings to fall into regret after making choices. Rather, Islam wants us to think before we act, to evaluate the results, and to choose wisely. In our lives, mistakes often happen because we ignore the signs of danger. The path seems easy, or beneficial in the short term, but deep down we know there is risk. Imam Ali tells us not to ignore that feeling of danger. If your heart, your conscience, your reason gives you a warning, take it seriously. That doubt is often a blessing from Allah to protect us from harm. Consider daily examples. A person gets an offer for quick money. The deal looks attractive but there is doubt whether it is lawful or not. Imam Ali's advice is clear, do not step into that path. Even if there is doubt, better to leave it than to regret later. Another example, a friendship or relationship. Sometimes we feel that certain company may lead us towards wrong habits or away from our values. Even if we are not sure, even if it is only a possibility, Imam Ali's wisdom says, avoid that path. Because prevention is better than cure. This advice also applies to our speech. Sometimes we are tempted to say something, to make a comment, to share some information. But there is doubt whether it may hurt someone, whether it may be gossip, whether it may create conflict. In such cases, Imam Ali's principle guides us, if there is fear of going astray, do not say it. Silence in such a situation is far better than words of regret. When we expand this philosophy, it becomes a complete rule for success in life. The world around us is full of choices. Modern life gives us countless paths, from career options to lifestyle decisions, from business investments to moral dilemmas. Not every path is clear. Sometimes we are uncertain. Imam Ali tells us to value the gift of caution, to step back, to reflect, and not to rush. In business, many people lose everything because they ignored small doubts. They trusted someone blindly, they ignored suspicious details, and they stepped into a path that destroyed them. If they had remembered this advice, they would have been safe. Similarly, in family life, many problems start when people ignore the signs of doubt. They rush into decisions, marriages, or conflicts without thinking of consequences. Imam Ali's words can save not only wealth but also peace of heart, dignity, and faith. Spiritually, this advice is even more important. In matters of faith, one wrong path can distance us from Allah. A small step towards sin may look harmless but leads us far away. Imam Ali tells us to avoid doubtful matters. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, also said, halal is clear, haram is clear, and between them are doubtful matters. Whoever avoids the doubtful, protects his religion and honor. Imam Ali's words are a reflection of this teaching. It is a call to purity, to staying safe rather than testing limits. One of the wisdoms hidden in this advice is that doubt is not always negative. Sometimes doubt is a protection. If you doubt the safety of food, you avoid it and save your health. If you doubt the loyalty of a friend, you remain cautious and save your heart. If you doubt the honesty of a business deal, you refuse and save your wealth. Doubt in this sense becomes a shield. Imam Ali teaches us to use that shield instead of ignoring it. Now let us think about how this advice applies to society as a whole. A nation makes policies. If there is doubt that a policy will harm the poor, it should be avoided. Leaders make alliances. If there is doubt that the alliance may weaken independence, it should be reconsidered. Societies fall into destruction when they step into doubtful paths without wisdom. Imam Ali, as a leader, as a guardian of justice, gave this principle not only for individuals but for communities. Even in our modern world, full of technology and progress, this advice is essential. Social media offers countless paths. Some are good, some are destructive. If there is doubt that a certain website, group, or content may harm our faith, waste our time, or corrupt our character, Imam Ali says, do not take that path. Entertainment, friendships, habits, all require this filter of doubt. Let us also consider the psychological aspect. Human beings often suffer from regret because they ignored their inner warning. A person may say, I had a feeling this would go wrong, but I still did it. Imam Ali's advice removes this regret. If we practice his teaching, we will live with peace of heart. We will know that we avoided danger. We may not always achieve worldly success, but we will have the satisfaction of having stayed on the safe path. Furthermore, this principle strengthens our faith in Allah. When we avoid doubtful paths, we trust that Allah will open a better door. We believe that what is doubtful is not worth the risk, and what is clear and pure will bring blessing. Imam Ali's advice teaches us tawakkul, reliance on Allah, and patience in waiting for what is best. Another dimension is education and knowledge. Many people go astray because they lack guidance. Imam Ali's advice is also an invitation to seek knowledge. If you doubt a matter, do not rush into it blindly. First, ask, learn, seek clarity, consult people of wisdom. This transforms doubt into a reason for growth. Instead of becoming a barrier, it becomes a motivation to study. In this way, Imam Ali's words create a balance. Avoid doubtful action, but do not remain ignorant. Search until the path becomes clear. If we apply this teaching consistently, it becomes a source of discipline. We learn to control our desires. We learn patience. We learn to value safety over risk. And gradually, our character becomes stronger. People trust us more, because they know we do not rush into doubtful matters. Our reputation grows, our family feels secure, and our soul feels lighter. Imam Ali's wisdom is not about fear, but about courage. It takes courage to say no when everyone is saying yes. It takes courage to avoid a path that seems easy but doubtful. Cowardice is when we follow the crowd without thinking. True bravery is when we hold back, protect ourselves, and wait for clarity. Finally, let us remind ourselves that life is short. Every step we take counts. We cannot afford to waste our steps on paths of doubt. Imam Ali gave us this principle to save our limited time, to focus on the clear, the pure, and the certain. When we live by this advice, we avoid regrets, we protect our honor, and we draw closer to Allah. So, whenever we face a decision, let us remember these words: do not step onto a path where there is fear of going astray. Let us pause, reflect, and ask ourselves, is this path safe? Is it clear, or is there doubt? If there is doubt, let us stay back. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. This is strength. This is the way of Imam Ali, the way of light, the way that leads to peace in this world and the next. May Allah grant us the wisdom to act upon these golden words of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, and may he keep us firm on the straight path, free from doubt, free from error, and filled with his mercy.